There are many reasons to adore Korean historical dramas, including the way that they combine plots from the palace, romantic moments between royalty, and gorgeous setting and costumes. Historical K-dramas are also a fantastic way to learn a little bit about Korea's intriguing past. Whether or not you consider yourself a history nerd, maybe you just enjoy watching gorgeous courtwomen, or maybe you want to learn everything there is to know about the political struggle that surrounded the Joseon dynasty's founding. Anyway, we've put together a thorough list of the greatest K-dramas ever made. First on the list is Dong-ai. Dong-ai is a 2010 Korean drama about the highest-ranked concubine in the history of South Korea. The greatest cast and most romantic historical drama is Dong-ai. The series is based partially on a real-life historical concubine of the king named Dong-ai, subsequently known as Choi Suk-bin, performed by the lovely actress Han Yeoju. It takes place in the Joseon dynasty, under the authority of King Sukjong, who ruled from 1661 to 1720. Dong-ai becomes an orphan after her father and brother are killed. She is portrayed as a kid by the talented actress Kim Yoo-jung. And later, she works as a menial watermaid in the palace before capturing the romantic interest of the king, who is portrayed with a strong performance by renowned actor Ji Jin-hee. To keep her from realizing he is the king, he initially pretends to be a court judge. However, as the narrative progresses, he grows to admire her for her compassion, cleverness, and pleasant, carefree disposition. Because she initially didn't know who he really was, he likes that she treats him like a non-royal. Though mistaken identities are a common plot twist in many Korean historical dramas, this is probably not a real-life scenario. During her time in the court, Dong-ai, subsequently known as Choi Suk-bin, develops both enemies and friends. She ultimately guarantees her place in history by bearing the king's second son, who, with her loving guidance, goes on to become King Yeongjo, the 21st king of Joseon. The love that Dong-ai felt for her son, Prince Yeongyo, was maybe the best aspect of the drama, aside from the wonderful romance. To survive and keep her son safe, she cleverly navigates the deadly, serious, vicious political infighting within the royal court. She uses harsh discipline to raise her son into an educated, well-balanced adult, and she is rewarded by witnessing him ascend to the throne. Dong-ai achieved the greatest ratings for Korean dramas on the Japanese network NHK and was a huge hit throughout Asia. In South Korea, it likewise garnered respectable viewership figures in the mid-20% to 30% range. Han was recognized for her work with several acting honors, including the grand prize at the MBC Drama Awards for Daesung. Alchemy of Souls. A thrilling, sweeping, epic story with a unique blend of adventure, magic, romance, humor, thrills, and darkness. Yes, that's Alchemy of Souls. Set in the historical past, this fantasy play effectively narrates its gripping tale. The story brings us to a world where magic and spells are commonplace, set in the mythical nation of Dio. Soul swapping is a dark, forbidden magic that is considered one of the major sorceries. Lee Jae-wook's character Jung-gu has a convoluted backstory regarding his birth. He is committed to mastering magic. He receives assistance from a skilled assassin named Naksu, who is thought to be dead, but in fact, has her spirit inside Mudok, another lady. A fantasy story needs rules, and following those rules is one of its main prerequisites. Convenience should have no place here. Alchemy of Souls handles this task excellently. With plenty of twists, turns, and emotional moments, the drama's compelling narrative keeps you interested the entire time. Mudok, also known as Naksu, is Jung-gu's mentor and teacher of fighting and spells, which makes their relationship extremely special. Although she is officially his servant, I adored them. Everything about them, including their arguing, deference, comprehension, thinking, angst, and the process of falling in love, is masterfully done. They also make some people laugh. Jung Soo-min and Lee Jae-wook have the most amazing chemistry. We continue with Moon embracing the sun. Although there were many good historical Korean dramas in 2012, The Moon, that embraces the sun, had superior locations, costumes, and cinematography compared to other historical dramas of the same year. Every scene has absolutely amazing camera work. It's a beautiful feast for the eyes. This was a fantasy story set in the Joseon dynasty. based on a novel by authoress Jung Eung-wol about a legally born prince who rises to become a king, and his half-brother, the abandoned son of a concubine who falls in love with the same girl who becomes a shaman. Despite this, it seemed plausible that the events described could have actually occurred. The story starts with a palace shaman seeing the murder of an heir apparent. A pregnant noblewoman saves the young shaman as she runs for her life from those who are responsible and offers her some reprieve. Sadly, the conspirators arrest the shaman and torment her till she dies, but not before promising to protect the unborn child of the noblewoman. Heo Yan-woo, the girl child, develops into a kind and intelligent young woman who attracts the attention of the sly crown prince. A royal wedding and coronation are held in honor of the two young loves, who appear to be destined for one other. However, Heo Yan-woo soon develops a strange disease and dies, leaving the just-crowned king a broken young man. Years later, while two rival clans within the royal family compete for dominance, Hanga-in, a new shaman, Wol, who strikingly resembles the late Heo Yan-woo, makes an appearance in the court. The matured king, Kim Soo-hyun, a shadow of his former joyful self, and Wol are forced together by fate even though the dark forces behind Heo Yan-woo's terrible death want to separate them. An amazing story with a beautiful ending. If you didn't see it, you must. The show's rating peaked at 42.2%. The film took home multiple awards at the 2012 MBC Drama Awards, including Drama of the Year, as well as Best Drama and Best Actor in the television category at the 48th Baeksang Arts Awards. Next, we have Love in the Moonlight. Moonlight Drawn by Clouds is a romantic historical drama series from South Korea that premiered in 2016. It is set in the Joseon era of the 19th century and is loosely based on the life of a real prince who rose to become king. Can a disguise be an obstacle to true love? A female posing as a eunuch, played by Kim Yoo-jeong, and Crown Prince Lee Yong, played by Park Bo-gum, are the main characters in the royal romance drama Love in the Moonlight. Through a series of strange events, Ra-on gets sold into the royal palace as a eunuch in training, and amazingly, she passes physical inspection. From that moment, she became very close to the crown prince, who she thought was a justice inspector. When the crown prince started to realize his feelings for Hung Sam-nam, he was in doubt first. And when he was ready to accept it and confess his feelings, he found out that he is actually a she. Can Lee-young, also known as Crown Prince, defeat the envious royals and power-hungry officials to seize the Joseon throne, which is rightfully his, with the support of his loyal bodyguard Byeong Aeon and secret sweetheart Ra-on. The drama, a domestic smash that received high marks for its production, performances, and music, peaked at 23.3% in South Korea. It garnered 6 nominations for the 53rd Baeksang Arts Awards, where it won Popularity Awards for stars Park and Kim, and it won Best Drama Series at the 22nd Asian Television Awards. The King's Affection. The King's Affection has an interesting storyline that easily helps it stand out among other sejuk that aired in the year 2021. The story is set during the Joseon dynasty, at a time when twins were considered an ominous sign. As a result, when the crown princess gives birth to twins, an order is sent to kill the daughter. To save her, she is secretly sent out of the palace. A few years later, the twin daughter, Dam-ai, returns to the palace to work as a maid. When the male twin crown prince discovers her, he convinces her to switch places with him time to time, but suddenly loses his life through a case of mistaken identity. Their mother realizes the courtmaid is her twin daughter and persuades her to take Li Hui's place. Although she distances herself from everybody over the years, Dam-ai starts developing feelings again for her original first love, Jung Ji-woon, who is from a noble family. Her court life becomes complicated when Jung Ji-woon becomes her royal tutor and later a court scribe, while he himself also gets confused feelings about Yi Hui, not knowing it's actually his first love, Dam-ai. The King's Affection is the first South Korean television series to win an International Emmy Award. Captivating the King. With a story of love and ambition, Captivating the King has carved itself a serious romance series in an era where light-hearted fusion historical dramas are the norm. The main characters in the show, a monarch and a spy, are smartly positioned to become embroiled in a web of espionage in order to further their respective objectives. The power struggles among officials and the subjects' loyalty and betrayals towards their king and nation provide a framework against which this story is told. To really enjoy captivating the king's profundity, one must fully engage with its tale, emotions, and ambience, a departure from the current trend of dramas that promise fast pleasure. Many historical details from the Joseon era serve as inspiration for captivating the king. Historical dramas often have storylines like a prince who returns from king and is hated by the king, an uncle who usurps the throne, the ongoing threat to the throne posed by the former king's descendants, and a princess who is married off to king. Together, these components create Yi In's tragic persona, the legends of a skilled noblewoman posing as a man and her quest to free her compatriots from king. Rule then give rise to the character Hisu. Yi In and Hisu's connection is through Go, a meticulous brain game called Baduk that requires looking several moves ahead. This is a different love story that will make your heart melt. The actors Shin Se-kyung and Jo Jung-suk made this masterpiece possible. Their chemistry can be seen in all the episodes, and also their insane acting skills. That was all for today. Tell us in the comments section which one is your favorite.